Students, can you see the screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
What is the page number written?
Yes, sir.
Page number
50.
50 and 51, right? So, in the last period, we have studied about the physical properties of haloalkanes and haloarenes. To revise those properties, let us solve some questions. See, arrange each set of compound in order of increasing boiling point. We need to here arrange these compounds into the increasing order of their boiling point. They have given us bromomethane, bromoform, chloromethane, and dibromomethane. So first of all, let us write the chemical formula for them. For bromomethane, we can write CH3Br. For a bromoform, we can write CHBr3. For chloromethane, we can write CH3Cl. And for dibromomethane, we can write CH2Br2. Now, we want to understand that atomic mass of chlorine is less than the atomic mass of bromine. So boiling point of CH3Cl would be less than the boiling point of CH3Br, because as the atomic mass or as the molecular mass increases, van der Waals forces increases, and that is why the boiling and melting point even increases. Now as the number of bromine increases, boiling point is also going to be increased. So the molecular mass of bromo from CHBr3 would be more than the molecular mass of dibromomethane CH2Br2, and that is why the boiling point of CHBr3 bromoform would be more than the boiling point of CH2Br2, and therefore for all these four compounds, we can write the order of increasing boiling point, and it would be as CH3Cl is less than CH3Br, CH3Br is less than CH2Br2, CH2Br2 is less than CHBr3. Or in words, if we can say that the lowest boiling point is with the chloromethane, the boiling point of bromomethane is more than the chloromethane, boiling point of dibromomethane is more than boiling point of bromomethane, and bromoform has got the highest boiling point among all these four compounds. Same way we have the another question given, 1 chloropropane, isopropyl chloride, and 1 chlorobutane. For that we have written the formula CH3 CH2 CH2Cl, CH3 CHCl CH3, and CH3 CH2 CH2 CH2Cl. In the third compound 1 chlorobutane, you can see that there are 4 carbon. So one CH2 group is more as compared to the previous 2 compound, and that is why the molecular mass is going to be highest for 1 chlorobutane among all these 3. Now CH3 CH2 CH2Cl, that is 1 chloropropane, and isopropyl chloride are the isomers of each other. So they have the same number of carbons, hydrogen and chlorine atoms. Now as branches increases, surface area decreases. As surface area decreases, the van der Waals forces even decreases. So the order for the boiling point, we can write CH3 CHCl CH3 would be less than the CH3 CH2 CH2Cl. It means that 1 chloropropane would have higher boiling point than isopropyl chloride. But we have already decided that 1 chlorobutane will have the highest boiling point among all these 3. More is the molecular mass, more van der Waals forces, and more is the boiling point. So the boiling point of 1 chlorobutane would be more than the boiling point of 1 chloropropane, and that is why we can write the order. Isopropyl chloride would be less than the 1 chloropropane, and 1 chloropropane would be less than the 1 chlorobutane, or we can even write in the word isopropyl chloride is less than chloropropane is less than chlorobutane. So this is how we can revise those important concepts, my dear students. Now we are going to study about the various chemical reactions of the haloalkanes and haloarenes. The reactions of haloalkanes and haloarenes may be divided into 3 categories. The first category is the nucleophilic substitution. Second category would be elimination reaction. And the third category would be reaction with the metals. So we are going to study all these 3 various kinds of reaction, my dear students. but we should start with the nucleophilic substitution reaction. So here we shall start with the nucleophilic substitution reaction, my dear students, for our class. First of all, we should know what are the nucleophiles. So nucleophiles are the species that we have studied in 11th standard. Nucleophiles are the electron-rich species that attacks on the electron deficient part of the substrate. So this is how we should recall about the nucleophiles. These nucleophiles and electrophiles are generated because of the heterogeneous cleavage in the bond. So now let us recall even some concepts from the 11th standard, my dear students. Let's look at this. You can see here that we have substrate. You can see here this is something I have written substrate. This substrate reacts with the attacking reagent. When substrate reacts with the attacking reagent, it gives us the intermediate. Now, first of all, we should understand that this attacking reagent can be of various types. This attacking reagent can be either the nucleophile or the electrophile. What are the nucleophiles? They are the electron-rich species. What are the electrophiles? They are the electron-deficient species. So nucleophile attacks on the electron-deficient center, whereas electrophile attack on the electron-rich center. Ultimately, when substrate reacts with the attacking reagent, we would come to know about the intermediate, or the intermediate would be formed. This intermediate ultimately leads to the formation of the product. The desired compound for what we have done the chemical reaction is known as the product, and generally the product is desired compound. But we may have the side product, which we even call it as a byproduct. This is sometimes also called the leaving group. And these side products, byproducts or leaving group may be useful or may not be useful. So please remember that these side products, sometimes they are useful, sometimes they are not useful. This is how, my dear students, we understand. Now let us study more about the nucleophilic substitution reaction. So here we have to study about the nucleophilic substitution reaction. The reaction in which a nucleophile replaces already existing nucleophile in the substrate molecule to give product is called nucleophilic substitution reaction. Please learn this definition. Once again, I am going to read it for you. The reaction in which nucleophile which attacks the substrate replaces. See, the substrate has already existing nucleophile in it. The existing nucleophile which was present into the substrate is replaced by the attacking nucleophile. So the reaction in which nucleophile replaces already existing nucleophile in the substrate molecule to give product. So when the attacking nucleophile replaces the existing nucleophile, we get product. This particular reaction is called the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now let's move and understand some more concepts. Haloalkanes are the substrate in this reaction. Now we are going to study some reaction where this haloalkane is going to be the substrate. In nucleophilic substitution reaction of haloalkanes, we are going to study the nucleophilic substitution reaction for the haloalkanes. Nucleophile reacts with the haloalkane, that is the substrate, having partial positive charge on the carbon atom bonded to the halogen atom. So when we study the reaction of a nucleophilic substitution reaction for alkyl halide, we know that alkyl halide, they have the polar bond. Generally the halogens are more electronegative, so a partial negative charge is generated on halogen, partial positive charge is generated on carbon. Ultimately the nucleophile reacts with haloalkane, that is substrate, having partial positive charge on carbon bonded to the halogen. Now this halogen is also called the leaving group, which departs as an halide ion. So when the nucleophilic substitution reaction get over, this halogen atom, which is having the negative, partial negative charge on it, it departs as a halide ion X minus at the end of the reaction. Since the substitution reaction is initiated by nucleophile, this reaction is called the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now whatever I said, let us understand it here in this reaction. You can see that this is the substrate that we have, my dear students. In this substrate, we have a carbon which is having the partial positive charge. We have halogen which is partial negative charge. This carbon is sp3 hybridized, so it has 4 bonds represented with the red ink. Halogen in a green ink with the negative, partial negative charge. This nucleophile which initiate the reaction and attack on the positively charged carbon atom. And thus, the positively charged carbon atom is bonded with the new nucleophile which replaces the old nucleophile which is X. And X become X minus, that is halide ion, and it behaves, this X behaves as a leaving group in this reaction of the nucleophilic substitution reaction that takes place on the alkyl halide. It is one of the most useful classes of organic reaction of alkyl halide in which halogen is bonded with sp3 hybridized carbon. Various nucleophiles give various products. So alkyl halide plus nucleophile, it gives the nucleophilic product as well as the halide ion. Yes, Mayur, do you have anything to ask? Mayur Vasaiya, आपने हाथ ऊपर किया है. You have raised the hand. You have anything to ask, Mayur? मयूर जी, क्या आप कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं? नहीं बोलेंगे, ठीक है, मत बोलिए भाई. चलिए, you can see that various nucleophiles give various products. So let us understand how or what kind of various nucleophile will give what kind of products. See, if nucleophile is OH minus with the RH, then it will give us alcohol. If nucleophile is water molecule, again it will give us the alcohol. If nucleophile is OR minus, it will give us the ether. If nucleophile is I minus, iodide ion, it will give us alkyl iodide. If nucleophile is ammonia, it will give us primary amine. If nucleophile is primary amine, it will give us secondary amine. If nucleophile is secondary amine, it will give us tertiary amine. If nucleophile is cyanide ion, it will give us nitrile or cyanide compound or alkyl nitrile or cyanide compound. If nucleophile is AgCN, it will give us isocyanide or isonitrile. If nucleophile is NO2, it is going to give us alkyl nitrite, or if nucleophile is AgNO2, it is going to give us nitroalkane. Now, what is the difference between alkyl nitrile and nitroalkane? That if R is directly bonded to O, it is called O of NO2. Please remember, if R is directly bonded to O of NO2, then it is alkyl nitrite. But if R is directly bonded to N of NO2, it is known as nitroalkane. If nucleophile is RCOO minus, it will give us ester as a product. If nucleophile is hydride ion H minus, it will give us the hydrocarbon. If nucleophile is alkyl ion R dash, then it will give us the alkane. So this is how the various nucleophile will give us the various products. My dear students, here I have written secondary amine. So 2 degree amine represents the secondary amine. 3 degree amine represents the tertiary amine. RCN, which means cyanide or nitrile. RNC means isocyanide or isonitrile. RONO, that is alkyl nitrite, nitrite. Please remember, this TE needs to be remembered, nitrite, or it is sometimes known as O-nitro that we have studied into the coordination compound, and RNO2, which is known as the nitroalkane. We have observed that groups like CN- and NO2 or cyanide and nitrites possess 2 nucleophilic centers. So in the coordination compound, we have studied about ambident ligands. Here we are going to study about the ambident nucleophiles. Groups like cyanides and nitrites possess two nucleophilic centers, so they are called ambident nucleophiles. So those nucleophile which have two centers from which, or two nucleophilic centers from which they can attack the substrate, such nucleophiles are known as the ambident nucleophiles. The examples are cyanide and nitrate, my dear students. Please remember this. Many a time this definition asked into the board exam. Uh, Actually, cyanide group is a hybrid of the two contributing structure. You can see that once there is a negative charge on carbon, the another time the negative charge is on nitrogen, and that is why cyanide gives the cyanide, and therefore act as a nucleophile in two different ways, that is linking through carbon and linking through nitrogen. When it links through nitrogen, it gives isocyanide. When it links to carbon, it gives cyanide, resulting in alkyl cyanide, and through nitrogen atom leading to isocyanide. Similarly, nitrite ion also represents an ambident nucleophile with two different linkages. One is the linkage with this oxygen, my dear students. Then the another linkage would be the linkage with this nitrogen. So from nitrogen it can combine, from oxygen it can combine. When it combines with nitrogen, it gives the nitro compound, and when combined with nitrogen, it gives nitro compound, and when combined with oxygen, it will give us the alkyl nitrite. So this is how, my dear students, we understand about the various products. This is how we can study it well. Let's move forward. The linkage through oxygen results in alkyl nitrites. The linkage to nitrogen results in nitroalkane. Haloalkanes reacts with KCN to form, this is the question, my dear students, an in-text question. Haloalkanes reacts with KCN to form alkyl cyanide as a main product, while AgCN forms isocyanide as a chief product. Explain. So let us understand the answer, my dear students. Answer: KCN is predominantly ionic in nature and provides Cn minus cyanide ion in the solution. You know, KCN is an ionic compound. So in the aqueous medium or in the presence of a solvent, polar solvent, it produces K plus and Cn minus. Cn minus is a cyanide ion available into the solution. Although both carbon and nitrogen atom are in the position to donate electron pair, but the attack takes place mainly through the carbon atom and not through the nitrogen atom. This is even interesting to learn, that why the linkage takes place only carbon but not nitrogen. So the linkage mainly takes place through the carbon atom but not through the nitrogen atom, because carbon-carbon bond is more stable than carbon-nitrogen bond. As carbon-nitrogen bond is more stable, less stable, as carbon-nitrogen bond is less stable and carbon-carbon bond is more stable, the linkage takes place through the carbon-carbon bond, and that is why the carbon present into the cyanide. However, AgCN is mainly covalent in nature and it does not produce cyanide ions, Cn minus ions. So AgCN being covalent in nature, and nitrogen is only free because carbon is bonded with Ag. So nitrogen donates the electron pair and forms the isocyanide as a main product. So this is how, my dear students, we can understand about the formation of isocyanide when AgCN is present, but cyanide when KCN is present as a substrate or as a attacking reagent. Nucleophilic substitution reaction we have been studying, my dear students. We have two types of nucleophilic substitution reaction. One is SN1, another is known as SN2. SN1 is known as the unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction, whereas SN2 is known as bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. My dear students, I would suggest you to learn this name. Please speak, all of you, the full form of SN1 and SN2 yourself. What is the full form of SN1? What is the full form of SN2? Please, all of you, my dear students. My dear students,
SN1 unimolecular
Unimolecular
substitution.
SN1
SN2
unimolecular.
SN1 unimolecular nucleophilic substitution.
and SN2 is? What is the full form?
Bimolecular
Biomolecular nucleophilic
Bimolecular
nucleophilic
Bio
substitution.
nathi beta. It is not bio.
bimolecular nucleophilic substitution.
Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution.
Please remember, okay? Okay, then let us study this SN1 and SN2 in detail. SN1 we are going to study it first. SN1 is unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Example, we have 2-chloro-2-methyl-propane, which is a tertiary haloalkane. Which in general we will call it alkyl halide. When alkyl halide is attacked by the nucleophile OH-, it gives us the 2-methyl-2-propanone, which is tertiary alcohol, and Cl- leaves the reaction mixture as a leaving group, or Cl- leaves the substrate as a chloride ion. This reaction of a tertiary alkyl halide or tertiary haloalkane, the above reaction follows the SN1 mechanism, which involves two steps. This reaction involves two steps. Let us study the first step. In the first step, this tetrahedral compound, which is having 3 methyl group and 1 chloride, this chlorine takes the electron of this bond. You can see, my dear students, here. This chlorine, I have clearly shown it with the arrow. This chlorine takes the 2 electron from this bond and goes away as a Cl- ion. You can see that I have shown you this 2 bond, which 2 electron, which comes from this bond. You can see this bond. This bond is being broken, and due to the breakage of this bond, there are 2 electrons which are taken by this chlorine, and it goes away as a chloride ion. This is what it happens due to the presence of this polar medium. You know, in polar medium, the more polar atom is turned into negative ion. So heterolytic cleavage takes place, and due to this heterolytic cleavage, my dear students, we get a carbocation. You can see here that there is a positive charge on carbon. So this is triangular planar sp2 hybridized carbocation, which is tertiary carbocation. CH3 thrice C plus, which is a tertiary carbocation. As this reaction takes place into the polar medium, and this is the slow step. So this is the first step. In the first step, tetrahedral compound turns into triangular planar sp2 hybridized carbocation, and chlorine, by taking the electrons of the bond, goes away as a chloride ion. This is what it happens into the first step. In the first step, tetrahedral alkyl halide turns into triangular planar carbocation. Hybridization changes from sp3 to sp2. This step is comparatively slow, and that is why it is the rate determining step that we have studied into the chemical kinetics. That the slowest step in the mechanism would be the rate determining step, my dear students. Now we have the second step. In the second step, you can see that we have a carbocation. There is a positive charge on the carbon. It is triangular planar and it is sp2 hybridized. Now this OH minus, which is a nucleophile, is going to attack. It will attack from this direction. So this is the attack of direction, and 50% of the OH minus, 50% of the OH minus will attack from this side. But as the structure of carbocation is planar, my dear students, it is like a plane. So from the opposite side of this plane, remember, from the opposite side of this plane, there is also an attack possible. So this is the another direction of the attack. And my dear students, 50% of this nucleophile OH minus ion, 50% of this OH minus ion attacks from the opposite direction. Please remember, 50% of the OH minus attacks from this direction, 50% of the OH minus will attack from the opposite direction. And due to this, we will get the product, final product, which is an alcohol. So again, the hybridization here turns from sp2 to sp3 and we get a tetrahedral product. You can see that this is the carbocation which is having positive charge. You can see that this is the OH minus ion which is negatively charged. So both the species are ionic in nature. And we know that ionic reactions are generally fast reactions. And that is why the second step is comparatively the fast step. And that is why, my dear students, it was the first step which determines the rate of the reaction. So the first step determines the rate of the reaction, and the second step, being a fast step, does not involve itself, or it does not contribute much into the determining the rate of reaction. The second step, nucleophile, or in the second step, nucleophile OH minus attacks on the carbocation from both the side equally, 50%, 50%, and give final product, alcohol. Hybridization here in second step, my dear students, changes from sp2 to sp3. This is a fast step as two ionic species reacts. Why it is fast? Because two ionic species reacts with each other, and that is why it is the fast step. So now if we want to determine the rate of the reaction, my dear students, we will have to consider the slow step. And that is why I have clearly mentioned here that from the slow step, we have determined the rate of reaction from the slow step. The slow step was the first step. And the first step has only one reactant, and that is our alkyl halide is the only reactant present into the first step. And that is why when determining the rate of the reaction, we would write the rate of the reaction depends on the concentration of only alkyl halide. The rate depends on the concentration of single species, that is your alkyl halide. Now you would come to know that why we have written SN1. Though it is the second step, it is the two-step reaction, but we have written it as SN1. What is the reason? You might have now realized. This is how, my dear students, we understand the mechanism. Now let us look at the second mechanism, which is known as the SN2 bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Let us look at the example first. Example, chloromethane on attack with OH minus ion nucleophile give methanol. You can see that we have a chloromethane which we call it alkyl halide. It is attacked by the nucleophile OH minus. We get methanol and the Cl minus, which is a leaving group, which takes both the electron of this bond and turns out to be Cl minus. Whereas 2 electrons brought by the nucleophile is donated to the carbon and the new bond is formed. The above reaction follow SN2 mechanism, which is a single step reaction which involves an intermediate, my dear students. Let us understand this reaction, this step very well. You can see on your screen how the step goes on. First we have a nucleophile OH minus. This nucleophile attacks this carbon, my dear students. This nucleophile attacks this carbon. When this nucleophile attacks this carbon, you can see here that there are only 3 H atoms present, which are very small in size. So this nucleophile can easily attack this carbon very well. So due to the attack of nucleophile on this carbon of alkyl halide, there is an intermediate formed. In this intermediate, we have represented the bond between OH and C and C and Cl. The bond is represented by the dots. It means that the new bond formed between OH and C is not complete. It is a partial bond. Same way,